I am Julie Tate with the Valley Solutions team at HomeSmart. I'm here with Scott Romley at American Title. Just getting some general answers for the agents on the team, just our frequently asked questions. So Scott, tell us a little bit about you and your background and how long you've been doing it.
Well, I've been in the business 35 years. I've been with American Title for 12 years. I was with another company prior to that, 12 years, and then another company prior to that, about 11 years. So I enjoy what I do. And what kind of questions do you have?
So my first question for you is, what's the benefit of having the same title company every time? Why do I want to use you every time versus the other title companies out there?
The main reason for that is you get very comfortable with the service you get provided by your own title company. They know your idiosyncrasies, how you want the file to be handled. Whereas if you want to attend your signing, your escrow officer is going to know that they need to contact you before they set up the signing to find out what your schedule is going to be, as opposed to when the buyer can sign, and also let you know when the buyer is signing. Whereas if you go to another title company, they might have you might not know, or they might not know that you're going to be able to do that, and they won't know to contact you, and then you might miss the signing. Or a real estate agent would have the tendency of knowing exactly when they want their items, such as a settlement statement to review, all that, instead of having you reach out to the title company to ask them for it. If you're using your own title company, they know exactly when you want it, how you want it, where you want it, all that kind of stuff. So it's just beneficial to have your own title company, have somebody that you're comfortable with, and make sure the service is fantastic.
So when we're opening escrow, I noticed that other agents that are newer will just send every form possible to the title company to make sure they have everything that they need. And I think people are always wanting to know what really needs to go to title. What do we need to copy you on? What don't you need? Or what do you want to see in that initial email?
At the time you're opening escrow, the main thing we need is a fully executed contract and all addendums, such as a homeowner association addendum, the pre-qualification form. We'll need any kind of marketing analysis. If it's checked on page 1 of the contract, we do need a copy of that, because the lender will also require that as well. Also, when you open escrow, we will need all the buyer contact information, such as phone numbers, email addresses, current addresses. The current addresses are the most important thing at that point, because 1, we'll probably have to send a runner to pick up the earnest deposit, and number 2, we can't order a homeowner association without that. And the homeowner association departments are taking up to 10 business days to get us HOAs back. So it's very important to have all the buyer and seller contact information in advance. If you can give us anything else, that would be wonderful. We don't mind having too much, we just don't want to have too little. So if there's a counteroffer and an addendum, or 2 addendums, we just kind of need to make sure we have all that.
More is better.
More is better, yeah, because we can always filter through that.
All right, so my next question for you is, what does it mean when they say a title company is a neutral third party?
A neutral third party as an escrow company or a title company is basically, we take the instructions from your purchase contract. We have to evaluate what your purchase contract states. We don't make any decisions in any of the transaction at all from start to finish. Everything that is given to us off the contract and or in writing subsequent to that. So if somebody calls me up and says they want to close escrow now instead of on Friday, they want to do it on Wednesday, I'll need that in writing. I can't take a verbal for that. Every single thing has to be in writing so that we can put it into our file in case something does happen down the road and they say, a buyer comes back to us or a seller and says, we didn't agree to this. Well, now we have it in writing. So we're basically just the go-between between the buyer and the seller to make sure that all the terms and conditions of the purchase contract have been met according to what they instructed us on at the beginning.
So my next question is, a lot of times I'll see in the MLS where escrow is already open. How does that happen? And is there really an escrow open, or is that their ploy to get you to use their title company? And if they're offering like discounted rates for that using their title company, is that something that's negotiable with you? Can we reach out to you about that?
Good question. Yes, a lot of times agents will, during the listing period, they will contact us to actually open up escrow. We can't really order a prelim because we don't have a buyer's name or anything, so we do pull an escrow number, And we know a little bit about it because we've already talked to the agent. So if there's like a death in the system or something, we've already explained to them we're going to need an original death certificate, all that kind of stuff. If there's a personal representative being represented, something to that, we were already in the know about that. So that's what they're saying, that escrow is already open. If they are offering discounts on the MLS, 20 times out of 20, we can match that, guaranteed, as long as we get something in writing from the other title company stating what their discount is. We can certainly match that for sure. Also, when they do tell you they're going to give you a discount on something regarding something, we've matched up our fees with other title companies and we're right there without even giving a discount. So they make it up. When they say they're giving you a discount, they make it up in a different way. But it is great, again, to have a title company like that to offer discounts. That's fabulous. But yes, any title company can offer you the same discount as somebody else can, as long as they have it and it's a filed rate with the state banking.
And would you, if I have a listing and I want to have my escrow open, can I say that there are certain rates? Does American Title offer that?
We do if there is like a first responder. We have discounted rates on that. Nurses, doctors, teachers, I'm not sure about. I'll have to check on that, but I believe so. Teachers as well. You just have to remind us when you open escrow, because on the first couple days we have to give fees to a lender, and usually the fees can't change throughout the course of the escrow. So we just need to know any discount that we are offering that we can give them. We'll have to know that in advance.
So it's always a good idea when I have a listing to start with you before putting it in the MLS.
It probably is not a bad thing, yes.
Perfect. Okay, but last question for you.
That's right.
What is the best way to communicate with your escrow officer?
Well, the best way is email is fantastic because we're on our computers the whole time we're at our office, and of course it goes to our phones as well. But a phone call is not bad. I mean, we love talking to our clients and our agents and everybody. I mean, we talk to the lender, our phones are ringing off the hook all day, every day. So a long time ago, when I first got in this business, it was, 95% all phone calls. Once in a while, you'd get a fax, and that was it. But now, email is the biggest thing. Email, and they're going to texting too. But unfortunately, we don't have the capabilities for text because all of our cell phones are our personal phones. So once we get that in place, texting will be huge because everybody's going to texting right now. But right now, email is the best way, and phone calls are.
Scott, I'd like to thank you for all the insight you gave us today and just your time in going over it.
Thank you very much, Julie. It was fabulous, and we'll do this once again very soon.